A proverb a day makes the folly go away. This one's going to be another semi-long one. It's going to be Proverbs 6, 1 through 5. My son, if you have put up security for your neighbor, have given your pledge for a stranger, if you are snared in the words of your mouth, caught in the words of your mouth, then do this, my son, and save yourself, for you have come into the hand of your neighbor. Go, hasten and plead urgently with your neighbor. Give your eyes no sleep and your eyelids no slumber. Save yourself like a gazelle from the hands of a hunter, like a bird from the hand of the fowler. In other words, be debt free. This wasn't essentially supposed to be a financial class, but it's important. It's important, guys. Finance isn't really just a matter of having money. It's just a matter of knowing how to handle your money so that you could do the things that you need to do and less of the things that you want to do until you have enough of what you need. Then you can go on and do things that you want. The problem that we have now is that in the sense where it says that we have to, where you've ensnared yourself because of your words, we call this debt. We decided we want to buy a couple things, use credit cards here and there, and now we're owing a ton of money to either the government with loans or a private loan or to some credit card company. And this is the last thing that you want to do. The Bible says, King Solomon says specifically, get out of any type of debt that you're in. If you're indebted to somebody, you owe them something, you're in debt. Do what you can to get out of it as quickly as you can to get out of it because you're ensnared. You're trapped. They have power over you. You owe them. Pay off your debt quickly. It's not ideal for anybody to be living this situation. And unfortunately, living in America, we're just such a consumerist nation that all we do is just buy, 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 buy. And this is how credit card companies make so much money. And a lot of people don't even understand the concept of interest and how a lot of times these credit card companies, they'll allow you to pay the minimum balance. Oh, yeah, you could just pay the minimum balance. It's just, $50 a month on a $5,000 balance. But then when they tack that interest every month because of whatever's remaining left on the balance, and that interest is $100, that $50 didn't mean nothing. That only went towards the interest. And so it's slowly increasing. Even if you stop buying stuff, it's still going to continue to increase. That's called debt. When you owe somebody money and you say that you're going to pay, and there goes the part about you're trapped and snared by the words of your mouth. Yo, let me borrow XYZ amount of dollars and I'll pay you back. Now you're in debt because you said yourself that you were going to pay the person back. Do what you can, pay the person back so that you're no longer in debt. Me, I personally hate being in debt. If I owe somebody money, I get that money to them as quickly as I possibly can because it's the most terrible thing, especially like after I have my bills come out and all that stuff. And then it's like, God, I got some money left over. But then I remember, oh, I got to pay so-and-so back. Or I already spent the money and then I remember that I got to pay so-and-so back. It's not a fun place to be in. If you actually care to that extent, which it seems like a lot of people don't. They'll owe you money and dap you up with the quickness and just be like, oh, what's good? Yo, we cool. And it's like, which is why I have a different approach when it comes to lending people money. Unless it's a complete dire situation, if I don't have the money that I'm willing to just give you and not expect back, I'm not going to give it to you. But majority of the time, if I give you the money, I give it to you with the idea that I'm not going to get this back, just to make it easier for me, because then that that can mess up the relationship with me, because now I'm dealing with homeboy who asked me for money. I gave him money and then I'm like, yo, I need my money back, and homie's not giving it back to me. This is when we're caught in situations, and this is when we ruin friendships essentially over situations, over words that was used, and over being in debt. Stop buying stuff that you don't need. The vast majority of people in America, if they stopped buying things that they don't need, they would not be in debt. The problem with that is that America's runs off of consumerism. So if everybody, now I think about it, if everybody were to stop doing that, there would be a lot of companies that would be shut down because they wouldn't be getting as much stuff as they need. Literally everything that we buy in the store, if it's not a grocery store, and everything that we buy off of Amazon, all of that is consumer stuff. Vast majority of the stuff we don't need. So if everybody was to just stop buying those stuffs, America would be in trouble. There would be a lot of people that would be losing their jobs and all that. But at the end of the day, this isn't going to be everybody that's going to hear these words and take heed in the warnings. So if you're that person that wants to seek the truth and want to find understanding and live a better life, start with trying to be debt free. Start with understanding, yo, I need this, or no, I don't need this. I don't need the streaming app. Yo, I don't need the new iPhone that comes out. Yo, I don't need every single pair of Jordans every other month. Or yo, I don't need to buy new clothes. It's okay if I wear the same shirt twice a month. There are some people, yo, I don't understand. It's my up north people. Y'all just kill me when it comes to clothes. I promise you that there's a lot of like they're so just fashion oriented. It's like they never wear the same thing twice. And it's like, bro, if you literally saved your money on other stuff or just didn't buy as much clothes as you do, you would have a lot more money over it. Whatever debt that you had, you can have that stuff paid off. A lot of people are fully capable of paying off their debt, but they can't get rid of, they don't want to give it up. Essentially, they don't want to give it up. A lot of people in America, they can be debt free. They can live comfortably, but they spend too much on things that they don't need. Now, I say a lot of people in America. I say a lot of people in the middle class, which is slowly diminishing. They can pay for it. They can be debt free. It is possible. It requires a lot and it requires a sacrifice. But anything that is good is going to require sacrifice. If you didn't have to sacrifice for it, more likely it isn't good. But it's important that we have to keep the grind. If we look in the next couple of verses, they mention stop being a sluggard. You got to be like the ant that continues to move, that continues to do the works that is needed. Continue to be wise. Continue to prepare your bread during the summer and continue to grab the food during the harvest time. We have to continue to work, continue to be diligent in making things move so that we can continue to live comfortably and not be in debt. I like my homie Fritz. He's not my homie. I don't know him personally, but I watch a lot of his videos. Fritz Gabriel, y'all go check him out. His channel is in the description. He's a nurse and he's big on being debt free. Haitian brother, love him. He's big on being debt free. It's a lifestyle that it should be the new American dream. Being debt free, that should be the new American dream. Because when you don't owe anybody any type of money, think about this. If you don't owe any credit card company, you don't owe any student loans, you have a mortgage paid off, you have your car note paid off, how much extra money would you have? Just really think about that. How much extra money would you have if everything that had a balance that you're paying on monthly is no longer there? I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be saving $1,000 plus a month. But the thing is, it's capable. We are all capable to get to that point. It just requires sacrifice. Just like it says in the verse, do not let no sleep come to your eyes, no slumber to your eyelids. You're sacrificing your sleep so that you can get out of debt. It's the same thing that we're dealing with here in America. And of course, with the way the economy is and everything all going on topsy-turvy, it's becoming more and more difficult. But that just means that we have to work twice as hard. That doesn't mean you work twice as less and just give up. You have to keep going. You have to keep up with the wave, or you're going to fall behind and you're going to end up worse. And then you're going to be exactly like this person that we're talking about in this verse that is stuck, that's ensnared, and that's constantly in debt and having to use his words and getting himself more ensnared and more ensnared. This is not the lifestyle to live. But y'all go read the word yourself. Don't take my word for it. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Take it easy.